It's me, Saint, your favorite archaeologist, your favorite phlebotomist, your favorite optometrist, your favorite race car driver. Y'all didn't know that I race cars? I'm joking. I work at the pit. In this video, we're gonna be drinking some soup. This is some Jamaican chicken soup that my mom made. It's very delicious. I already had some. And we're gonna be talking about the year, like how has 2025 treated you guys? City Boys, in the comments down below, please tell me whatever you want to share. How has 2025 treated you? If you guys don't want to tell me, then journal about it. Talk about it while I talk about my 2025. I can't really talk about a whole bunch when it comes to my 2025 because but this 2025, this year I turned 24. I was blessed to see another year of life, and I'm so happy. I'm so like just appreciative for that, just in general, just to be able to experience another year, be able to have the capacity to learn for another year. But mainly this year, oh, I might get a little emotional, but this year I was taught how strong I truly am mentally. I was taught how beautiful life is, truly is, because a lot of times us as people, we hyper focus on the negative things. We hyper focus on the things that we do not have right now and the things that we want, and we're not focusing on the things that we do have. We're not focusing on all the work that we have done on ourselves. And that is something that I was forced to do this year, was to do a lot of introspection, to do a lot of self-discovery, and realize, oh my gosh, I actually really do love myself. Like, oh my goodness, like, you know what I mean? Like, I love myself on such another level that's like, I was telling my mother this the other day, it's like, I wish I was another person just so I can experience myself. Like, that's why I literally subscribe to my own YouTube channel and I watch my YouTube videos, because it's just like, I just think I'm just such an amazing person, and I feel like that's how all of us should view ourselves. And the things that we do not think is the best versions of ourselves, our best qualities that we have or we hold, we need to do what we have to do to fix those things. And this year, at first I was forced to fix these things. I didn't plan on doing any real work on myself. A lot of the work that I used to do on myself was a lot of physical things, about makeup and my hair and my outfits and all this kind of stuff. I did do a lot of work changing my energy, because I used to be a very angry, destructive person. I realized that I was not getting the things that I wanted to get out of life because of my attitude. So I did do those changes, but I just did just enough that I can just be comfortable. But this year, in March, my whole life got abrupted, and I I lost everything. I lost everything. Physical things, material things. I lost people. I lost myself. I lost my ability to move around this world. I lost a lot of things. And with losing those things, you can do either one of two things. You can either hyper focus on what you've lost and sit in that sadness and sit in that you know what I mean, and just woe was me and all that kind of stuff. Or you can do the second thing, which is to now figure out, who are you now? What do you represent now? What are the things that you value now? And through those times, like, I've journaled, I've made a whole bunch of like video diaries and stuff. I will be releasing those once I'm able to, but I was doing all those things, and while doing those things, that's what made me like, first I really do want to make YouTube videos, and it's not for like money and stuff like that. It was mainly just for a community, to make connections with people. And like, going through the events that I had went through, it made me realize that I'm not by myself, I'm not alone. And when I was going through a lot of the processes, I was trying to watch YouTube videos with people that have been through the same things I've been through, or are dealing with certain, like, things like I have really bad memory loss and stuff like that, and I wanted to see, other people's perspective on stuff, and I wasn't seeing a lot of videos like that. So I was like, you know what, I guess that's my sign to make those kind of videos and to talk about certain topics. And That's why like a lot of my videos are in like the car and stuff, because it's just when I have certain ideas in my mind, I'm like, I just want to get it out there. um I do plan on like, making videos in my room. I'm not in my room right now, but I do plan on making videos in my room because like my room is very beautiful. I painted and have my murals and stuff like that, so I feel like it'll be a really good environment to like talk. But I just talk when I have thoughts in my mind. I just wanted to cut in, not too much on my face. I'm crying, guys. I'm having allergic reaction, guys. There's a lot going on. But yeah, I haven't like the only reason why I haven't like filmed any videos in my room is like after the experience that I have had, like I've been having like horrible like nightmares and all those kind of things, and I just haven't felt comfortable like being, oh my goodness, I haven't felt comfortable being in my room. That's why like I've been spending like a lot of time in my mom's room, just because like I don't know, it's like when I tell you like my mental has taken like such a hit this year. That's like sometimes like I just don't feel comfortable being by myself, because then I start to think about everything that has transpired this year. I start to just like harper on those things and like hold on to it, and like I'd rather just be in a better mood. So I'm like, I'd rather have to leave my room. So I do go in there and like feed my guinea pig and stuff, but I can't sleep in there. Like one of the biggest things that have come from this year is first my relationship with God. I had got asked in my Q&A when I asked you guys for questions. Somebody had asked me if I was Christian. I am not a Christian, but I believe in God. I follow God. I believe in Jesus Christ. I believe that Jesus died for my sins. I just I just don't support some of the practices and some of the beliefs of certain Christians. But when it comes to loving God, praising God, believing in a God, I believe in all of that. And I have a Bible. I read my Bible, not all the time, as much as I should, but I do believe in God. And during this year in life, I was shown God. Like I seen God, and I felt God, and that was one of the biggest, most beautiful blessings I've gotten this year, and I've gotten in my life in general so far. And through that, and through meeting God, and finally understanding who God is, because like growing up and stuff, like my mom, she's religious, and we used to go to church and like read the Bible before I go to sleep and stuff. But as I got older, I didn't believe in God anymore, and I used to like curse God. I was a very, very just angry. I was so angry, and I wanted something to put my anger onto. I wanted someone to be the reasoning for me being so mad. And through my time now, I was given the understanding of everything from my past, and understanding that I was never truly ever alone, because that was one of my biggest things. I've always felt so alone, but I realized I was never alone. You know what I mean? So I feel like I have to like talk in circles because I can't talk about certain things, which is so upsetting. But I finally understood and realized this whole time how loved I've been, how protected I've always been. And it took me being shown certain things that I've been through, and was shown the extended version of where it could have gone, but it didn't go that way because I was so protected. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So I had to spend a lot of my year repenting for the things that I used to say, the things that I used to believe in, you know? But then I was also shown this year how strong my mind is. Because City Boys, I have been hit with so many spiritual attacks. I've been hit with so many in 3D, 4D, 2D attacks, City Boys. And it showed me how strong my mind is. And that is one of the biggest, greatest lessons, other than me meeting God and me finally getting to feel the love of God. One of the biggest things that I've learned this year, one of the biggest things that I went through this year, was the challenges of my mind. Was understanding that if you don't have your mind, if you don't have your sanity, you literally have nothing. You guys don't know, I was an intern with a really high-ranking defense attorney in my state, and one of the main, like, it was funny because we were working on a RICO case, right? It was our second RICO case I was working with him on. And we had a lunch break, and during the lunch break, he had gave us some money, me and these other interns, he had gave us some money to eat lunch. And I went to Burger King. And when I went to Burger King, the lady that was working at the register, the cashier, she had asked me, she was like, hey, do you want a crown? And when I tell you, I'm a really simple girl. I always wanted a Burger King crown, but like I've never seen one like in person. Like I've always seen it in videos and stuff. So I was so excited. I was like, oh, most definitely, I want a crown. So I'm walking up and down with the crown on. I'm so excited. And I ended up seeing the attorney that I was interning with, and he was probably like a block, 2 blocks away from me. Like I didn't think he saw me. So I get inside of the courthouse, go through security and all that kind of stuff. I get outside the room that we're supposed to go into, I don't know what you'd call it, the room we're supposed to go into. I'm in the sitting area, and I took my crown, I put it in my bag, because, you know, I want to look professional, I want to look all serious and stuff, you know. And the attorney comes up to me and he's like, oh, I saw you. And I'm like, oh, okay. He's like, yeah, I saw you with your Burger King crown on. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm not the type of person that really gets embarrassed, because, like, I don't know, I just, for one, a lot of things I do, like, even if it doesn't seem thought out, I think it out, so I can't really get embarrassed about it. But then on top of that, it's like, at the end of the day, I'm in this human suit. Like, what is there to be embarrassed about? Like, I feel like the most embarrassing things is that we all have nipples. That's embarrassing. So what do I have to be embarrassed about? So, but I started to feel a little embarrassed, I'm gonna be honest, because, you know, I want to be serious. I want to look professional. And he told me, he was like, you know, that's what I really like about you. You have to keep that lightness about you. I don't know how I forgot the specific words that he said, but basically just the joy. Literally just keep your joy. And, I bring that all back to say is, even through this very, very, like, difficult year, I have to keep my joy. You have to keep your sanity, because with that joy, you're going to be able to go through so many hard things because you have that joy inside of you. If you don't have joy and you go through hard things, and I can tell you, City Boys, I'm attested to it, you will not last. Literally, you will not last. You will not. You will burn yourself out. You will not last at all. It's impossible. Because the thing is, let's say if you do last, you're not lasting, you're existing. And there's a difference between existing and living. And I've learned the difference. I've learned the difference. And it shows in the fruits that you bear. Are you existing or are you living? And I vow to myself that I'm going to live. I'm going to live. So I continue this on to say, that's why I said in my last video, it's about the things that you put inside of you. It's the music, it's the people, it's the food, it's all these things. Listen to your body, City Boys, please. Listen to your body, City Boys. Please, City Boys, listen. Because you will save yourself so much heartache, you will save yourself so much money, you will save yourself so many tears if you just listen to your body, okay? All of us are not meant to be the same. We're not. If we were all meant to be the same, for one, we'll all look the same. We'll all have the same wants. We'll all have the same passions. We'll literally all just be merged together. You know how, like, gummy bears, some of them be deformed, so it'd be like 2 gummy bears attached together? We're not born like that. If you were meant to be a conjoined twin, you would have been a conjoined twin. So, another thing I learned this year, City Boys, is when it comes to, like, the whole shame thing, I don't feel no shame. I don't feel embarrassment. I don't feel any of that, because for what? Those things are just like another form of chains, another form of mental enslavement. I don't subscribe to no form of enslavement. The way I see it, and the way I see my life, my ancestors went through all of that for a reason, so I can be free. So why would I stick myself with the confines of what people think is cool now, what people think is okay now, what people think is the right thing to want now? I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. And when I tell you, once I started living like that, City Boys, I started to actually feel free. And I do have my own, like, mental health issues and stuff like that. And I will never be a person to tell a person to go a specific way because, like I said, we are all individuals. And the thing is, a lot of the mental health issues that some people have, not all, but a lot of them is based on trauma. So I don't know your trauma, City Boys. Only you know what you've been through. And a lot of the things that you've been through affects the way that your brain operates. That's why I talked about in my last video about not being raised around love and stuff. That made me a very hard person. It made me a very dark person. So that, another thing that I got into this year was wrestling again. I love wrestling. I told you guys I stopped watching wrestling for a while, and because of the things that I'm going through right now, it's like God had forced me to like go back into things that I loved as a kid. And so I was watching Miss Spider's Sunny Patch Friends. I watched that. I was watching Hungry Little Caterpillar. I was watching wrestling, all those kind of things. And it just gave so much joy. And it's like you never realize how much the little things just like really add to, your enjoyment and stuff. And I also just realized just the simple stuff really means something. Whether that's watching a match of wrestling, whether that's me, whether that's one of my friends just checking up on me and texting me, whether that's my sister coming into my room and just singing to me. It's just like, it really is the little stuff, and I realize how important they are and how much I value them. Do you get what I mean? And I guess my one final thing that was important to this year of 2025 was I realized how important it is to be an observer. I've always been one to an extent, just because, like, I don't know if anybody else that is watching me is Caribbean or Afro-Caribbean or Afro-Hispanic, but when you're raised as a child, you're raised to like just shut up and just like be there. You are listening correctly, you know exactly who that person is, and they literally just expose themselves to you. It's like they have no other choice but to take their mask off around you. And I realize how important that is because it saves you a lot of time, it saves you a lot of heartache. I'm gonna keep saying that over and over again, but it saves you a lot of those things because the person is just doing it. They're showing you who they are. And I've seen so many people's real faces, but no, I'm gonna say one of the biggest things that I learned this year is how impactful my voice is. That is something that I've learned this year, because I've always advocated for myself because I've had no other choice. I was bullied as a little kid. Like, I had no other choice but to stand up for myself. But this year, it was on such another level because of the different attacks that have been pushed onto me. Like I said, I will talk about this in another video once I'm able to and I'm free to talk about these things. But when I tell you, I put my motherfucking foot down and I didn't let people keep playing with me, because I used to be a very angry person, but then once I started doing my transition, I became a little bit too passive. And I had to realize, you were that way before for a reason. Show them who you are. Sometimes you have to show your teeth. You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta show your teeth. And I don't mean in a nice little smile. I mean show them canines. You know what I'm saying? So I learned to advocate for myself, but in the proper way, in the more mature way, in a way that it's like, once I finish saying what I have to say, there's no back and forth about it. You know exactly where I stand. You know exactly what I will take, what I am not going to take. And if you feel like you can keep playing with me, you will be handled. Best believe that. You will be handled. So, I'm so excited for 2026. Oh, I was supposed to say 2025. I'm so excited for 2026. I already know, for one, this channel is going to go up. It's just that simple. It's gonna go up. And I have so much to share with you guys. I have so many great ideas. I have just so many things in the works. It's just other things have to get into place before all those beautiful things come. But 2026 is that girl, and I am that girl of 2026. Y'all gonna see my face everywhere, City Boys. I'm just letting y'all know that now. Well, let me take a sip of my soup. I'm gonna have to warm this up because I didn't even eat it in this video. That's my one meal for the day, guys. I have like no appetite. Like, since this stuff had happened to me, my appetite has been horrible. Like, some days I don't eat anything because of like just the amount of pain that I'm in. I don't eat anything, but I just try to just make sure that I'm like hydrated and stuff, and just keep my water intake even when I'm not feeling good. But yeah, but yeah, City Boys, I just said it. Y'all gonna see my face everywhere in 2026. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. It's a city boy day, and we're gonna look real nice. Let me stop. But make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe, City Boys. And y'all know how I'm gonna end this video. Quote to Saint. Nevermore. Oh, I will see you guys in 2026, City Boys.